Now in Good Morning Northwest, several families lose their homes in a Pullman apartment fire, and police say someone set it on purpose. How a highway chase led to an arrest.
And grab the jacket again this morning, but you're probably not going to need it all day this time. A warm up you are going to feel in my first alert forecast.
Israel and Hamas inch closer to a ceasefire deal 2 years after the October 7th attacks. Coming up, the prisoner exchange proposal and President Trump's White House meeting with a former hostage. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance. Natalie Grant has the morning off. It is Tuesday, October 7th. Meteorologist Matt Gray here with a look at our first alert forecast. Hey, Matt.
Hey, good morning. And it is a little chilly out there again this morning. Temperatures down to 30 degrees in Colville. We're at freezing at Sandpoint again today. 39 in Bonners Ferry, 40s in Spokane, and upper 30s in Coeur d'Alene, along with places like St. Mary's. You notice, though, a lot of these temperatures, look at Pullman, for example, a little bit warmer than we were this time yesterday. A full 7 degrees warmer in the Pullman area. A full 7 degrees warmer around Coeur d'Alene at the airport there as well, where we were trying to flirt with the 20s this time yesterday. So already a warming trend is afoot. And well, you may not entirely notice that impact this morning. You definitely will as we head into the afternoon, as things are going to be noticeably warmer. Instead of mid 60s, we are going to see upper 60s, and yes, even some low 70s. And that warm up continues into Wednesday and Thursday before we begin to turn back the other direction for Friday and beyond. And that's part of the 4 things you need to know here. Mild conditions for the middle of this week. Just a couple of showers in the Cascades for us to worry about as we head through that midweek time frame. But by the weekend, wet weather, cool weather, and a bunch of dramatic changes in your forecast, which we'll cover here in a few minutes.
Matt, thanks so much. Police say an apartment fire in Pullman may have been intentionally set with an explosive. That fire on Northwest Larry Street displaced several people Sunday night. Some came back to collect their things, but Pullman police say the building is too damaged for anyone to move back in. Police say they found the suspect, 40-year-old Elijah Regan, driving on Highway 194 and arrested him after a 3-hour standoff.
We were aware that he was armed with a shotgun, and so we took things very cautiously and tried to de-escalate the situation to prevent him from being harmed or from first responders from being harmed.
Pullman PD plans to charge Regan with first-degree arson and attempting to elude police.
News from the Breaking Now desk. Today marks 2 years since the October 7th Hamas attack on Israel. It's a day that changed so many lives and started a war that's still being felt. This morning, protests continue as thousands right here fill the streets demanding change. President Trump says that change could come as early as this week. And while people march in the streets, officials are back at the table as both sides work towards a ceasefire deal. Under the deal, Israel would release nearly 2,000 prisoners in exchange for hostages still being held by Hamas.
I really think we're going to have a deal. We have a really good chance of making a deal, and it'll be a lasting deal. We want to have peace.
The president is calling this a turning point for the country. But for many in Israel, until the hostages come home, it's hard to call any deal a victory. This is a developing story. We will continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. People in the Pasadena Park area are heading to the polls today for a special election. They'll decide whether to allow the Kohl's Company real estate group to join their irrigation district. The Kohl's Company owns this empty plot of land in Pasadena Park and wants to build 100 single-family homes here. James Johnson spent the weekend campaigning against the development. He and his neighbors worry new housing will bring more traffic and strain neighborhood resources. They want the Kohl's Company to make the area into a public park instead.
The answer is a conservancy, and the Kohl's legacy would make a huge difference for the north side of the Spokane Valley if they went that direction.
The Kohl's Company says Spokane needs more housing options. Company representative Doug Yost argues they are being reasonable, asking for 100 homes when the land could support 4 times that. At last night's meeting, the Spokane City Council debated the purchase of these speed signs with the words, "Slow the flock down." The signs would cost the city $6,000. And last week, we asked several people about these signs, and the opinions differed. Some people thought the play on words was just good humor, while others thought it was inappropriate. Council members say we need the signs, but they want different messaging.
I think we can do a lot better. I had thrown out the idea of having a contest, kind of a coloring contest, a drawing contest by kids.
The council deferred a vote over the signs to October 27th. Tonight is the final town hall hosted by Spokane Public Schools and Spokane Parks and Recreation for the Together Spokane initiative. During these meetings, each department will provide updates on proposed projects and give the community time to ask questions or give feedback. If you would like to attend, the meeting starts at 6 o'clock this evening at Ferris High School up on the South Hill. It is now 5 minutes after 6 o'clock. Meteorologist Matt Gray is back checking out our conditions right now.
That's right. Dawn breaking over the LC Valley. It's going to be another beautiful sunny day, and it's going to feel a little bit warmer, and you better hang on to that warmth. Clutch it tight.
Oh, boy.
Oh, because things are changing big time in your forecast. We'll show you that after this.
Spokane leaders unveil new strategies to end public camping and open drug use. The Home Starts Here initiative entering its next phase just ahead. And conversion therapy bans face their biggest legal test at the Supreme Court today. Just ahead, the Colorado case dividing families, therapists, and states.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Happy anniversary from McVeigh Brothers. This month, if you'd like to upgrade your home with some new Coeur d'Alene windows or maybe a new roof, we're offering an anniversary special. Or no money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 6 months. From McVeigh Brothers.
With less pain and swelling from active psoriatic arthritis, imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. Some patients even felt less fatigued. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
Entertaining, innovating, fascinating, educating. The 47th Annual Spokane Home Ideas Show returns to the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center October 10th through 12th. Shop a huge selection of home idea experts, builders, remodelers, landscapers, kitchen and bath designers, flooring, roofing, windows, siding, lighting, smart home tech, decor, and more. Kids enjoy free activities, maze, coloring contests, scavenger hunt, and free pumpkins. Sip and shop the show with craft beer, canned cocktails, and wine. Spokane Home Idea Show, happening at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center.
Andy's Heating Cooling guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your home and office comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier.
My air conditioner was not working. All I needed was a replacement sequencer. I called another company and they wanted to replace the unit for over $10,000. I was so glad I listened to my neighbor who recommended I get a second opinion from Andy's.
Turn to the experts. Andy's Heating Cooling since 1972, thanks to you.
Figuring out how to best care for a senior in your family can be overwhelming. That's why several Spokane senior living communities have joined forces to bring you helpful, timely videos at kxly.com/seniorliving. Get expert advice, find trusted resources, and prepare your family for the future. Become informed because we know the needs of your loved ones will continue to change. Visit kxly.com/seniorliving today for helpful information and for people you can contact with your questions.
Your time is 6:09. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The Supreme Court will hear arguments today on state bans of conversion therapy for minors. The practice involves attempts to change a person's sexual orientation or gender identity. It's currently banned in 23 states and Washington, D.C. The court has rejected similar challenges before, but this case comes amid growing cultural and political divides over LGBTQ rights. 1 in 4 American high schoolers say they are gay, lesbian, or bisexual. Decades of medical consensus shows conversion therapy is ineffective and even harmful. A new tropical storm could form in the Atlantic this week, potentially adding another late burst of activity to the 2025 hurricane season. The storm, which would be named Jerry, is likely to track near the northeast Caribbean islands in the coming days. It's not clear yet how strong it'll be. Meteorologists say this is unusual. Storms that track across the Atlantic between Africa and the Caribbean usually begin to die down by now.
It has been a strange hurricane season, to say the least. In the east, here in the west, we have had a very warm fall up until the last several days. Chilly, clear conditions, but no sweater needed this afternoon as we are seeing another small warming trend, which is going to take us back to the 70s, not just today, but for the next couple of days. And that'll leave us with some slightly warmer and quite comfortable evenings, too.
Spokane is trying to get a grip on its homelessness issues. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown, along with City Council member Zach Zapone and Police Chief Kevin Hall, will hold a press conference today announcing the next phase of the Home Starts Here initiative. It is set to focus on ending public camping and open drug use by giving police officers more discretion to issue citations. Officials will draft recommendations for updating the city's engagement and enforcement ordinance in collaboration with community partners and the Spokane Police Department. We'll be at that press conference this morning, streaming it live. You can watch it at 10 o'clock this morning on KXLY.com or by downloading the KXLY Plus app to your connected TV. Good morning. Northwest time is now 6:11. A critical shortage of state troopers leaves North Idaho officers responding to calls without backup. Why there is a recruitment crisis and the extended academy deadline coming up a little bit later. And as we take you to a commercial break, we want to show you what your Tuesday morning looks like. Wow, this is that live look this morning at your super harvest moon. More Good Morning Northwest right after this.
Kevin Coe, a name that haunted Spokane.
He is mentally disordered and dangerous.
This is the case that terrified a city. The South Hill Rapist, episode 1 of the 509's most notorious crimes, Wednesday on KXLY+.
With 46 years in the business, here at Kerner Furniture, we know what you need with just one question.
What type of music do you like?
Classic rock? This bed has a classic style and a sturdy build so you can rock out.
Smooth jazz? It's time to recline and relax in your lazy boy.
Whatever your genre, we have the styles and selection perfect for you.
All with 46th anniversary sale pricing that will be music to your ears.
Shop now during Kerner Furniture's 46th anniversary sale.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better and to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Comfort and peace. When a loved one is in need of end-of-life care, it's more than care. It's warmth and dignity in the face of advanced illness. Courage binds us all. The courage in facing a terminal illness together. Our care team have dedicated their lives to alleviating pain, discomfort, and providing licensed around-the-clock medical attention. We are Hospice of North Idaho, and we are honored to care for your loved one.
When you're in a car wreck, we're not just here to fight for you. We're here as a family.
When I reached out to Craig Swaff and Associates, it got started right away. They made sure I received everything I was owed.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
All aboard for Model Train Magic. Join us Sunday, October 12th at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Experience amazing operating layouts in every scale, from tiny Z to giant G. Browse railroad art, memorabilia, and an incredible selection of trains and supplies. Plus, enjoy free parking and delicious food while your visit helps local children's charities. Get all the details at rivercitymodelers.org.
AutoNation makes it easy to say hello to your next car. Shop over 25,000 used vehicles now at AutoNation.com. Plus, we'll buy your car for top dollar and pay you the same day. Visit your nearest AutoNation store today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. It's now 6:14. The government shutdown has now dragged on for a week. As Democrats and Republicans refuse to budge, we are seeing an uptick in sick calls from air traffic controllers forced to work without pay. And staffing shortages are leading to flight delays. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the details.
Overnight, at least one U.S. airport had no air traffic controllers on duty as staff began calling out sick amid the government shutdown. Burbank Airport's tower was unmanned Monday evening, with the team in San Diego taking over operations.
Clearance is closed, ground's closed, local's closed. The tower is closed due to staffing.
California Governor Gavin Newsom slamming President Trump on X, writing, "Thanks at Real Donald Trump, Burbank Airport has 0 air traffic controllers from 4:15 to 10 p.m. today because of your government shutdown. Air traffic controllers are required to work through the shutdown, but will only be paid retroactively once it ends."
What they think about as they're controlling our airspace is, how am I going to pay my mortgage? How do I make my car payment?
The staffing shortages triggering delays at major airports across the country, including Newark, Denver, and Phoenix. Smaller airports could also be affected. The Transportation Department says funds for the program that allows air carriers to service rural areas will expire next week. Prior to the shutdown, the FAA had already been facing staffing shortages. The Air Traffic Controllers Union saying it will continue partnering with the Department of Transportation to supercharge controller hiring and ensure America's aviation system remains the safest and most efficient in the world. President Trump is now calling on Democrats to reopen the government, writing on Truth Social, "I am happy to work with the Democrats on their failed health care policies or anything else, but first they must allow our government to reopen." Earlier, he implied negotiations are already underway.
We have a negotiation going on right now with the Democrats that could lead to very good things.
But Democratic Senate Leader Chuck Schumer denying any talks are happening, saying it's up to the president to end the shutdown.
He's in charge. His party holds majorities across the government. So Americans naturally and correctly believe the burden is on him to fix this mess.
Yesterday, the Senate failed for a 5th time to pass spending measures that would reopen the government. President Trump had warned another failed vote would trigger mass layoffs of federal workers. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
At 6:17, we want to give you another look at this gorgeous moon. This is a live look this morning. Sunrise isn't for another like 30 minutes or something.
It's close enough to 7 that it's basically 7 when the sun comes up nowadays.
Yeah.
So,
but in the meantime, this is what we get out there. It's not dark though.
Yeah, no, it's not dark. That is for sure. Yeah, probably the most super thing about the super moon, like, yes, it's technically bigger. Will you notice it? I don't know.
Bigger.
But
it looks brighter. I don't know.
The brightness is what you will notice, and that's definitely what we're noticing here this morning. And, oh, here's another great picture from last night of the super harvest moon. Thanks to Brian Walker for sending us this. Look at beautiful Coeur d'Alene. You can even see a couple of airplanes. Yeah, in the picture here. That's how bright things are with this full moon as we've gone through the night tonight. Temperatures are going to bottom out here during the 7 a.m. hour with our sunrise coming later and later now. So we'll see upper 30s and low 40s through the 7 o'clock hour. We'll warm up a little faster today. Expect us to be in the middle and upper 50s and low 60s around 11 noon, and then upper 60s and yes, even some low 70s for the afternoon. And that is just the start of things. We're borderline 70 degrees around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene today. We will be solidly in the 70s for Wednesday and for Thursday, and then start cooling off a little bit with a chance of rain on Friday. And if you think that's a cool down, that is not a cool down. The cool down is coming next week, pretty much all of next week. 70, 80, 90% chance of below average temperatures across the inland Northwest and the PNW as a whole for next week. So it is going to feel a whole lot different. And in fact, might be chilly enough that you might want to close the windows and maybe even run a little bit of heat in some areas, the way things are looking. And that's all because of this storm system you can see swirling right around the center of the screen here off the panhandle of Alaska. Watch right here. This is going to head right down the coast. Here's how that goes in our simulation. of the weather pattern. So it's right off the coast here through Friday. We will see some Cascades and Central Washington showers. They're not going to be much, maybe just a couple of sprinkles here Wednesday, Thursday because of this. Then this starts moving inland as we head into Friday and into Saturday. Saturday looks like it'll be the soggiest day for the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. Cool air is going to come in behind this for Sunday and Monday. And you know what that means this time of the year? The possibility of mountain snow, particularly with our friends in western Montana and right along the state line between there and Idaho. So some things we are going to be watching, especially around the Lookout Pass area, which will have a chance, at least right now, looking like they'll have a chance for a few snowflakes up there right at the summit of the pass. So we'll fill in the details here as we get a little closer, kind of get a better idea of the exact track of this thing. But just know it is going to be much, much cooler next week. And if you have been wishing for some more substantial rain, this is the best chance we've had in a while.
You know, I do have a fun run that Teen and Kid Closet is doing on Saturday, this October Dash. Oh, we've been having, our streak is broken of decent weather, I think.
Yeah, it's, yeah, coming to an end, unfortunately.
Okay, well, rain jackets. We'll do it. We're hardy people. It's now 6:21. The Washington State Cougars are set to take on what is likely to be their toughest opponent of the season, the 4th-ranked team in the country, Ole Miss. And a familiar face to Spokane Chiefs fans, Berkeley Catton, donning a new sweater for his first game of the NHL season. We'll tell you more next in Morning Sports. Thanks for waking up with us here on your Tuesday morning. Back after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell and Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay up.
Call Russell and Hill.
There's a special cleaning sale going on now at Parisian Rug Spa. Wash away dirt and grime on your treasured rug. At Parisian Rug Spa, we have a thorough 8-step hand-wash finish process to get your valuable rugs clean, odor-free, and looking like new. It's more than washing. It's disinfecting, pet deodorizing, rug repairs, refringing, and reweaving. Going on now, up to 20% off rug washing services. Come see us today. Parisians, the quality rug washing experts.
If you're looking to add more elegance and security to your home, then check out the doors of possibilities from McVeigh Brothers. At McVeigh Brothers, they sell Therma-Tru doors with more than 300 different styles to choose from.
We're working for you.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, and lasting remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell and Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay up.
Call Russell and Hill.
Welcome back. It's now 6:24. The Cougs are coming off a bye week, and it's a good thing they're refreshed and refocused because they are heading to Oxford, Mississippi to take on the 4th-ranked team in the country. This will be the first ever meeting between WSU and Ole Miss. The 5-0 Rebels are also coming off a bye. WSU head coach Jimmy Rogers says a key factor this week is for the Cougs to keep the pressure of playing a highly ranked team in a hostile environment from getting to them.
our guys are going to have to come out and play hard and play for 60 minutes and be locked into the game and not get caught up in the emotion of the scenario of where they're at or what the score is or how many fans are there. And we got to come out and believe that we can win and go compete.
ESPN has the Rebels as a 32.5-point favorite right now. Kickoff is an early one this Saturday morning at 9:45. From the gridiron to the baseball diamond, the Mariners hope to take the lead in the American League Division Series today. The M's coughed up a 2-run lead Sunday night as the Tigers scored twice in the top of the 8th to tie it. But in the bottom of the frame, Julio Rodriguez came up clutch with the go-ahead RBI double, and Seattle held on from there for that awesome 3-2 win, tying the series at a game apiece. Game 3 is this afternoon in Detroit. Logan Gilbert gets the start for the M's. And some big news for Spokane Chiefs star Berkeley Catton. The 19-year-old will start the NHL season with the Seattle Kraken, making the team's opening night roster. Catton had a strong preseason and scored a goal against Calgary Monday. If the former first-round pick plays more than 9 games with the Kraken, his entry-level contract will kick in. It'll be fun to watch. It is now 6:25. Flames, broken windows, and toppled monuments at the Washington State Capitol. Up next, the former Gonzaga player now facing multiple charges in relation to it. And 13 people will appear in court today accused of trying to meet children for sex. The Liberty Lake sting that led to their arrests coming up. And as we go to a commercial break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, surviving an elephant charge. Watch as a massive elephant protecting the herd's young calves charges this group on a canoe safari in Botswana, flipping over the boat.
Actually, the first thought that came to my mind was, this is the end of me.
Jeff Melvin and Larry Unrain from New York were on that tour boat that they say started as an incredible adventure, but took an unexpected turn as they approached the herd of elephants. And this morning, they're telling their story to GMA.
In the blink of an eye, things kind of changed. Never, ever feared for my life. Not like that.
Within minutes, the elephant begins charging toward them. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more of this harrowing safari story. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
Before taking Breztri for my COPD, I had bad days. Days ruined by flare-ups that could permanently damage my lungs. Then, I talked to my doctor about Breztri, and I noticed things changed. Breztri gave me better breathing. Starting within 5 minutes, my lung function improved. Breztri also helped improve my symptoms and was even proven to reduce flare-ups, including those that could send me to the hospital. Now, I worry less about bad days and enjoy more good days.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ask your doctor about Breztri for COPD.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
For more than 20 years, Blackhawk has electrified country fans. Experience them live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino, Thursday, October 16th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Bill's Heating and AC has not 1, not 2, but 3 warehouses overstocked with top quality air conditioners. To clear out inventory before the end of the year, we're doing something we've never done before. Advertising our guaranteed lowest pricing for all to see. Right now, you can get a full heating and cooling system installed for only $6,500 to $8,500, depending on capacity. Call now before this amazing deal goes away. Call 208-777-5528.
This is a real person seeking a solution to a real problem.
Hi, fine, how are you?
Welcome to the Good Feet store. How can I help?
I have plantar fasciitis. My knees hurt, my hips hurt.
And then she was fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I don't feel any pain anywhere. Good. Seriously, no pain in my knees, my hips, nothing. This is amazing. I don't want to take them off. It just feels like I'm in heaven. Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker kicks off this half hour with some stories people are talking about this morning. Today, Israel is marking the second anniversary of the Hamas attack on the Nova Music Festival site. More than 360 were killed there and dozens more taken hostages. The attack by Hamas killed 1,200 people in all and is regarded as the deadliest day for Jews since the Holocaust. Israel's retaliatory military campaign has killed more than 67,000 Palestinians and left the majority of 2.2 million Gazans homeless and hungry in an enclave destroyed by relentless bombardment. The 2025 Nobel Prize in Physics has been awarded to a trio of scientists, a Briton, a Frenchman, and an American for their groundbreaking discoveries in the field of quantum mechanics. John Clark, Michael Devereux, and John Martinis will share that prize. The committee praised the laureates for demonstrating that the bizarre properties of the quantum world can be made concrete in a system big enough to be held in the hands. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance. Natalie's off this morning. It is Tuesday, October 7th.
We plan our day with Matt Gray.
Always good to see Jay and Kevin. And make sure you head down to their food drive going on this week at R&R on Francis in Spokane. Stop by. Go and see them. They might be a little chilly this morning. They probably could use some company. 42 in Spokane, 39 in Coeur d'Alene. It's a little bit warmer this morning, but we are still in the upper 20s in Colville. We're still at freezing in Sandpoint. As you head further south, that's where we've seen the most notable warming, especially around the Palouse-Pullman. 7 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. Coeur d'Alene in that bucket there as well. For most of us, though, we're either the same or just a little bit warmer as you head further north into our northern valleys across the inland Northwest, Washington and Idaho. Also seeing a little bit of fog around the Pend Oreille River. It's nothing too serious, just something to keep in mind if you're around the Newport area, Pend Oreille County, and all the way to Sandpoint this morning. We are going to see clear skies and a faster warm-up today. We push into the 50s in the 9 a.m. hour. We will end up in the 60s somewhere around lunchtime, either the beginning or the end of your lunch break today. And we are going to see a warming trend that will be quite comfortable heading into the middle of this week. Just don't get used to it. Some big changes in your extended forecast coming up.
Matt, thank you so much. The man accused of breaking into the Washington State Capitol Sunday night has been identified as former Gonzaga baseball player Gunnar Schubert. He was arrested by Washington State Patrol last night as he left the building. According to charging documents, WSP answered a call to the Capitol building at around 10:20. Officers found a white Subaru parked on the sidewalk in the flag circle of the legislative building. Troopers found a broken window in Representative Liz Berry's office and several flags knocked down. Some flags had been burned. The busts of George Washington and Martin Luther King Jr. had also been knocked over. Lieutenant Governor Jenny Heck said the person responsible then broke a glass door, entered the state reception room, and set fire to several objects, including the original rug, which was described as priceless. Schubert was arrested on charges of arson, burglary, and malicious mischief, but a Thurston County prosecutor said more charges could come. The judge said because it is not a violent offense, Schubert was not required to post bond and was released on his own recognizance, but he was ordered to undergo a mental health evaluation. Governor Bob Ferguson commented on X following the incident, writing, "We have the most beautiful Capitol in the country. I am grateful for the quick work of our Department of Enterprise Services and the Washington State Patrol to bring this individual safely into custody."
We are following breaking news just into our newsroom. President Trump says he's considering using emergency powers to move ahead and send troops to American cities despite court orders. This comes after a judge blocked his decision to deploy troops from other states to cities across the nation. And as this plays out nationwide, Illinois is getting involved. The state and the city of Chicago are suing the Trump administration over the deployment of National Guard troops. Already, troops and federal agents are in the city with more on the way.
Let me be clear. Donald Trump is using our service members as political props and as pawns in his illegal effort to militarize our nation's cities.
President Trump says this deployment is part of his crime crackdown, but Governor Pritzker calls it an unconstitutional invasion.
It's like a war zone. And then I listen to the governor and the mayor get up and say how they have it under control. They don't.
In Chicago, protests continue as more National Guard troops arrive. And this isn't just happening in Chicago. Troops have been deployed to other cities as part of the Trump administration's nationwide operations. For updates on what this means for Chicago and cities across the U.S., stick around for Good Morning America. Tune in. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy for News Now.
Hannah, thanks. All 13 people arrested in Liberty Lake last week during a child exploitation sting will appear in court today for arraignment. That includes Mike Ferguson, who was employed by the KXLY radio group at the time. Court documents say Ferguson thought he was talking to a 13-year-old girl when he was actually talking to a WSP detective. Ferguson agreed to drive to a parking lot in Liberty Lake, then walk to a nearby apartment to meet her. As of Friday, Ferguson is no longer employed by the KXLY radio group. He's charged with attempted rape of a minor in the second degree, commercial sexual abuse of a minor, and communication with a minor for immoral purposes. The hearing is scheduled for 9 this morning. Idaho State Police face a critical shortage of troopers from the Canadian border all the way down to Lewiston. District 1 needs 9 more troopers to serve the 5 northernmost counties. The agency struggles to attract new recruits as applications have dropped from thousands to just hundreds. ISP troopers start at nearly $30,000 less than their counterparts in Washington. Existing troopers from other districts rotate weekly to cover shifts in the hardest hit areas.
Unfortunately, for us, is we have lost some troopers to other states surrounding our state of Idaho that they are paying a higher wage to be a law enforcement officer there.
The shortage forces troopers to respond to calls alone with limited backup. Idaho State Police extended the deadline for their next Trooper Academy to October 17th, hoping to attract more applicants. Sergeant Justin Scotch, who you just heard from, says despite the challenges, dedicated officers will continue serving Idaho communities. Our new streaming series, 509's Most Notorious Crimes, debuts tomorrow. The first episode in our series focuses on the man known as the South Hill Rapist, Kevin Coe. We take a deep dive into what was happening in Spokane during the late 70s and early 80s, how Coe's parents play into his story, and the complicated criminal case spanning all the way to his release last week. You can watch the episode for free without commercials this Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. To watch it, download KXLY Plus to your connected TV. It will be worth the watch. It's now 6:37. Checking in with meteorologist Matt Gray. The sun looks like it is trying so hard to come up now.
It is trying so hard. It'll be just before the top of the hour that the sun finally rises over Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and here in Post Falls. I tell you what, it's a nice dawn sky, however, here on another cool start to our day. A little bit of a warming trend in your forecast coming up.
Mental health providers at Fairchild Air Force Base learned their program is ending. The impact on airmen who may now avoid seeking help. That's right after the break.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Hey everyone, it's Zap from Mainstream Home Services. Since 2000, Mainstream has been your go-to team for all things plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical. If you're looking for an all-in-one home service company, look no further. At Mainstream, we're here to help day or night, weekends, and holidays. Give us a call at 866-411-ZAP. Mainstream Solutions, not surprises.
At Fred Meyer, you never compromise. You get up high quality that's guaranteed fresh and down low prices in every aisle. With quality and savings that add up, Fred Meyer shoppers never compromise.
And you can add up even more savings with these weekly deals. Like juicy, locally grown Honeycrisp apples are only $1.49 a pound. And save big on select varieties of Lay's potato chips, 4 bags for $10. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
On Tuesday, October 7th, Spokane Public Schools and Spokane Parks will share what's proposed in Together Spokane, including 200-plus projects across the city. Learn what's planned for your neighborhood. Join us at the South Spokane Town Hall, 6 to 7 p.m. at Ferris High School.
Stay and play at Mistaqua Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together at the region's only non-smoking casino and hotel. We're the place for a day trip, weekend getaway, or your next holiday party or group event. Enjoy the casino action playing your favorite gaming machine, or try your skills at the live table games. Stay and play at Mistaqua Casino Hotel, located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
Arthritis pain? We say not today. Tylenol 8-Hour Arthritis Pain has 2 layers of relief. The first is fast, the second is long-lasting. Now try Proactive Support, a new drug-free supplement from Tylenol with ingredients that improve joint comfort in just 5 days.
These dishes just aren't getting clean.
Problem isn't your machine. It's likely your detergent. I recommend switching to Cascade Platinum Plus. These new pods dissolve completely and have Dawn, breaking down up to 100% of tough stuck-on foods. Cascade Platinum Plus.
Kevin Coe, a name that haunted Spokane.
He is mentally disordered and dangerous.
This is the case that terrified a city. The South Hill Rapist, episode 1 of the 509's most notorious crimes, Wednesday on KXLY+.
Welcome back. It's now 6:40. A mental health program that serves more than 300 airmen at Fairchild Air Force Base is being dissolved. The True North program embeds mental health providers into the training that happens on base, creating a more casual approach to therapy. The program aims to reduce suicide rates in the Air Force and provide services that the provider, Jeffrey Clark, says are crucial.
So like if that service member needs mental health care, I will help them with mental health care. But if they're having trouble with housing, childcare, anything else, like it's my job to find those resources for them.
But now that program is going away. The Air Education and Training Command emailed True North employees like Clark, letting them know the program is dissolving, citing workforce optimization reductions. Clark says some of his patients will be able to get help at the clinic on the base, but others may decide against accessing mental health services.
And it's time to plan your day. It's another chilly start this morning. Frosty conditions in many areas, especially get outside of the city. Afternoon, no sweater needed. Temperatures are getting up close to 70 degrees as we see a little bit of a warming trend for the next couple of days around the inland Northwest. And that means not as cool, but still just as comfortable evenings.
Good morning, Northwest Time is now 6:42. New parents and caregivers, are you setting up your baby's sleep space safely? The products to avoid and the flat, firm rule that could save your child's life. Just ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hi, Jessica.
I've heard that you can come the same day I call you.
Give us an address and we're on our way.
But how?
1-800-GOT-JUNK is the world's largest junk removal service.
I want you to come today.
We're on our way.
Happy anniversary from McVeigh Brothers. This month, if you'd like to upgrade your home with some new Coeur d'Alene windows or maybe a new roof, we're offering an anniversary special. Or no money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 6 months. From McVeigh Brothers.
Medicare options for Freddie.
No, not Freddie. Eddie.
Just so you know, this medication isn't covered by your insurance.
It looks like your prior authorization needs to be renewed.
What? I was told it was covered.
Why? Hello, Freddie.
Eddie! I'm so sorry about that.
Come on. I do have Medicare, yes. Yes, I do.
Okay, aging needs.
Agent? Please.
Tony!
I don't understand.
That's weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm not.
Are you still there, Freddie?
As soon as you get that renewed, please come back. Thank you very much.
more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
AutoNation makes it easy to say hello to your next car. Shop over 25,000 used vehicles now at AutoNation.com. Plus, we'll buy your car for top dollar and pay you the same day. Visit your nearest AutoNation store today.
Hi, Jessica.
I've heard that you can come the same day I call you.
Give us an address and we're on our way.
But how?
1-800-GOT-JUNK is the world's largest junk removal service.
I want you to come today.
We're on our way.
4 News Now is brought to you by Pape Machinery.
Welcome back. It's now 7:15. October is SIDS Awareness Month, an urgent reminder for parents and caregivers that the wrong sleep setup can put babies in danger. Consumer Reports has found that some infant products marketed for sleep can actually increase the risk of injury, suffocation, or even sleep-related death. But there are simple ways to keep babies safe and comfortable throughout the night. Natalie Grant has our story.
Even though this is her second baby, Montserrat Vargas still worries about sudden infant death syndrome and makes sure that her 3-month-old baby is safe in his bassinet.
He's always swaddled. There is nothing around him. No pillows, no toys, no blankets.
Inside the crib, less is always safer. No bumpers, no stuffed toys, and no pillows. Mobiles are fine if they're securely fastened, out of reach, and free of small parts. Skip the blankets and weighted products as they can increase risk of suffocation.
A swaddle can really help a newborn feel secure and sleep better. The key is making sure it's non-weighted and stop swaddling them when they begin to try to roll over, typically around 2 to 4 months old.
For older babies, a non-weighted wearable blanket or a sleep sack keeps them warm without danger. Bed sharing can be tempting. However, the American Academy of Pediatrics advises against bed sharing, even for naps. Keeping your baby's crib or bassinet in your room is the safer option. It can actually reduce the risk of sudden infant death syndrome by as much as 50%. And while nursing pillows are helpful for feedings, they should never be used for sleep.
Over 150 babies died in incidents involving nursing pillows between 2010 and 2022, according to the Consumer Product Safety Commission. It's important to buy the right kind of nursing pillow and to not ever use one for infant sleep.
Same goes for inclined sleepers. They were banned in 2022 after being linked to infant deaths. A flat, firm crib or bassinet is the only safe place for a sleeping baby. But CR found that not all bassinets are truly flat.
Sierra's safety test found that the popular Halo Bassinest Flex portable bassinet, which uses a cantilevered structure, tends to tilt to one side instead of staying flat, confirming reports from parents and online reviews.
CR testers evaluate bassinets for safety, convenience, and ease of assembly.
You can put your baby in a bouncer for supervised play, but Consumer Report experts say if your baby starts to doze off, always transfer them to a flat crib or bassinet. Same thing goes if they fall asleep in a car seat, even though you don't want to wake them up, I know. Here is a live look. What a beautiful sunrise we have going on. I guess this is dawn.
This is dawn.
The dawn hasn't broken.
We're in the 56, 57 minutes here where the sun actually rises, and then of course it's got to get above the mountains, and then there's all sorts of
the whole process.
Yeah, there's all sorts of mumbo jumbo there. There's all sorts of technical details. But the big thing is that daylight shrinking. It was nice there to have a very bright moon last couple of nights. Let's take a look. We've been showing you these pictures all morning of this super harvest moon. This is from Pat Schilling, as you can see. Yeah, great shot here. There's the big tower at Spokane International. And boy, what a beautiful shot here. We've had some great pictures of the moon over the last couple of days. I want to thank everybody. We've got so many talented photographers around here, and want to thank them for sharing their pictures with us here at 4 News Now. Temperatures right now in the 40s for the most part, which is a warm up from where we were yesterday, where we saw a lot of 30s. I think we will drop into the 30s very briefly in many of these areas. Hayden already down to 39. We're 28 in Deer Park, so back into the 20s here, at least temporarily, this morning in northern Spokane County. It has been chilly last couple of mornings at least. Now, for this afternoon, you will not need a sweater, as a lot of the valley going to get into the 70s. So 68 is probably the floor for your high temperatures in your neighborhood today. And then 72, 73 is likely your ceiling. A lot of that depends on tree cover, your local geography, et cetera, et cetera. But here's the kind of general outline of what we can expect. 70s in the lowers and upper 60s in the higher elevations on the higher benches around town. Everybody gets into the 70s here Wednesday into Thursday. We only start cooling again heading into Friday. And before that, we are going to see a couple of showers. It's all ahead of this big change we're seeing for the weekend, where we'll see wet and cool weather. A little cloudier as we head into tomorrow afternoon. Rain on the west side, a chance for 1 or 2 little sprinkles here heading into Wednesday night. And on Thursday morning, we may see a couple of showers in the central part of Washington state. So places like Moses Lake, about a 20% chance of rain for Thursday. It'll be less than 20% for Spokane and for Coeur d'Alene for that time frame. There's that wet weather that's coming up for the weekend. We'll take a closer look at your extended forecast coming up after the morning sprint.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
It's time for 4 News Now, Coats for Kids. Drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate Coats for Kids through October 31st.
SCCU is partnering with 4 News Now Coats for Kids to help keep children warm, safe, and healthy this winter.
SCCU loves Coats for Kids.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Entertaining, innovating, fascinating, educating. The 47th Annual Spokane Home Ideas Show returns to the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center October 10th through 12th. Shop a huge selection of home idea experts, builders, remodelers, landscapers, kitchen and bath designers, flooring, roofing, windows, siding, lighting, smart home tech, decor, and more. Kids enjoy free activities, maze, coloring contest, scavenger hunt, and free pumpkins. Sip and shop the show with craft beer, canned cocktails, and wine. Spokane Home Idea Show, happening at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center.
When you're in a car wreck, we're not just here to fight for you. We're here as a family. At Craig Swamp & Associates, we treat every client like one of our own.
We're not just a business. We're a family.
When I reached out to Craig Swamp & Associates, it felt like I was talking to family. They got started right away. They made sure I received everything I was owed.
Call Craig Swamp & Associates and let us show you what it means to be treated like family. Just one call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
You're busy, so at Car Wash Plaza, we're open 24/7 to match your schedule. Plus, we have safety surveillance lights and security cameras throughout the facility. It's easy with multiple payment options, cash, debit, or credit. There's even more reasons to visit our Car Wash Plaza. Our discount cars ensure major savings, and they're good at all our locations.
Car Wash Plaza, it's the best in the Northwest. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint. Plenty of sunshine today with a few clouds. Meteorologist Matt Gray has your forecast. Hannah Joy is in studio with details on Israel and Hamas inching closer to a ceasefire deal 2 years after the October 7th attacks. But first, police say an apartment fire in Pullman may have been intentionally set with an explosive. That fire on Northwest Larry Street displaced several people Sunday night. Some came back to collect their things, but Pullman police say the building is too damaged for anyone to move back in. Police say they found the suspect, 40-year-old Elijah Regan, driving on Highway 194 and arrested him after a 3-hour standoff. Pullman PD plans to charge Regan with first-degree arson and attempting to elude police.
In your forecast, another chilly start, a little frosty in many areas again this morning, but we are going to warm up a little faster and be a little warmer this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, winds will turn out of the south. That's going to help us in this warming trend we're going to see over the next couple of days. Expect upper 60s and low 70s for this afternoon. You can ditch the sweater for a couple hours.
A new tropical storm could form in the Atlantic this week, potentially adding another late burst of activity to the 2025 hurricane season. The storm, which would be named Jerry, is likely to track near the northeast Caribbean islands in the coming days. For updates on how strong storm Jerry will be, just tune in to Good Morning America. People in the Pasadena Park area are heading to the polls today for a special election. They're deciding whether to allow the Kohl's Company real estate group to join their irrigation district. The Kohl's Company owns this empty plot of land in Pasadena Park and wants to build 100 single-family homes there. Neighbors say new housing will bring more traffic and strain neighborhood resources. The Kohl's Company says it is being reasonable, asking for 100 homes when the land could support 400.
We are following breaking news. We have just learned large explosions have been reported across the Gaza Strips and dozens have died. Today marks 2 years since the October 7th Israel-Hamas attack, a war that has not stopped. President Trump says a deal could come as early as this week, and under the new deal, Israel would release nearly 2,000 prisoners in exchange for hostages still held by Hamas. For updates, tune in to Good Morning America.
The man accused of breaking into the Washington State Capitol Sunday night has been identified as former Gonzaga baseball player Gunnar Schubert. He was arrested by Washington State Patrol last night as he left the building. According to the charging documents, WSP answered a call to the Capitol building around 10:20. Troopers found a broken window in Representative Liz Berry's office and several flags knocked down. Some of those flags were burned. Schubert was arrested on charges of arson, burglary, and malicious mischief, but a Thurston County prosecutor said more charges could come. Schubert was not required to post bond, but he was ordered to undergo a mental health evaluation. Idaho State Police face a critical shortage of troopers from the Canadian border all the way down to Lewiston. District 1 needs 9 more troopers to serve the 5 northernmost counties. The agency struggles to attract new recruits as applications have dropped from thousands to just hundreds. The shortage forces troopers to respond to calls alone with limited backup. Idaho State Police extended the deadline for their next Trooper Academy to October 17th, hoping to attract more applicants. A mental health program that serves more than 300 airmen at Fairchild Air Force Base is being dissolved. The program aims to reduce suicide rates in the Air Force and provide services that the provider says are crucial. Some patients will be able to get help at the clinic on base, but others may decide against accessing mental health services. 13 people arrested in Liberty Lake last week during a child sex exploitation sting will appear in court today for their arraignment. That includes Mike Ferguson, who was employed by the KXOY radio group at the time. Court documents say Ferguson thought he was talking to a 13-year-old girl when he was actually talking to a WSP detective. As of Friday, Ferguson is no longer employed by the KXOY radio group. He faces charges again, along with those 12 others. The hearing is scheduled for 9 this morning. A new streaming series, 509's Most Notorious Crimes, debuts tomorrow. The first episode in our series focuses on the man known as the South Hill rapist, Kevin Coe. We take a deep dive into what was happening in Spokane during the late 70s and early 80s, how Coe's parents play into his story, and the complicated criminal case spanning all the way to his release last week. You can watch the episode for free without commercials this Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. To watch it, download KXLY Plus to your connected TV. We'll be back with the final check of weather with Matt right after this quick commercial break.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
If you're looking to add more elegance and security to your home, then check out the doors of possibilities from McVeigh Brothers. At McVeigh Brothers, they sell Therma-Tru doors with more than 300 different styles to choose from.
We're working for you.
You would never go years without changing your oil. Did you know not maintaining your water heater can cause serious issues? Sediment can reduce efficiency, causing higher energy bills, leaks, and water heater failure. Sediment also causes bacteria that impacts water quality. An annual flush is the best defense against costly damage to your home, health, and wallet. Right now, Gold Seal Plumbing is offering an $89 water heater flush to keep your home and family safe and worry-free. So call Gold Seal Plumbing today. We're on our way.
And a beautiful and cool fall morning. You can see down there near the Spokane River, down in the valley here, we are seeing some colors of fall now as we approach the middle of October. And tell you what, some cooler temperatures, they'll make those fall colors really start to turn. And we've got that in your forecast for sure, along with some much needed rain and perhaps even a chance to see some mountain snow up on those high mountain peaks this weekend. So enjoy this warmer weather we're about to see over the next couple of days. Along with that sunshine, things are going to be a whole lot different just a few days from now.
Matt, thanks so much, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you throughout the morning on Good Morning America. It starts next. Have a great day.